Today with Cyberchat's build ideas, episode 4, we're going to be talking about the honey trap badass build. So if you guys are not familiar with what a honey trap is, it's pretty much when you have an attractive element to you. So primarily it's used with attractive women that are spies. So let's say you watch a spy movie like Anna, or if you watch Red Sparrow with Jennifer Lawrence, they implement honey trapping a lot where you kind of manipulate a guy's emotions or a girl's emotions to get them to comply or put you in a good position in order to take advantage of the situation. So pretty much think undercover spy, but the way that you manipulate is through charisma. With this kind of build idea, I like to do one extremity and one less. One extremity could be a legitimate female V build where you try your hardest to talk your way into situations to get close to people, building trust along the way, whether it be a long-term trust build, whichever you want to do, and then eventually taking advantage of them because you always have an ulterior motive, which you yourself in a role-playing situation would have to figure out on your own. A less extreme version of this build would probably just be a female or male character that pretty much just takes advantage of any situation that they are in using their charm, charisma, whatever means you need to. Pretty much you wouldn't really try to honey trap as often as possible, whereas a honey trap badass build would kind of be the main way that you go about getting close to people, whereas in a build that you don't really care too much about it and you just use it every now and then, which is completely fine because that's the point of this series. You just use it as kind of a tool that you know how to use rather than it being your whole MO. Now the badass part comes into play with Cyberpunk in general. I mean, a honey trap usually, at least in popular action fiction, is an extremely badass super spy, but realistically a honey trap is kind of a low tier thing. So let's say for example a police prostitution sting. It's not like they're actually going out there and wrapping their legs around a guy's neck and monkey flipping him off the third story. That badass part kind of comes into the movie when you're a protagonist of a story, whereas a usual honey trap that you see is kind of just there to entice a man or a woman into committing a crime, and then pretty much that's in real life the police raid and come in and they catch them rather than the honey trap doing all of the work. So that's where the badass element comes in, and that is wrapping up this video.